Hey everyone, in this session we are going to discuss about how we can use the Power Apps visualization within Power BI. Also, we can also have a look on how we can integrate the Power Apps form inside the Power BI, and we can leverage the functionality in the best effective manner. At the end of this session, you will be able to create the demo like this. Let's say for an example, this is my Power Apps and this is my Power BI report. Now let's say whenever I am clicking on any of the Power BI visualization, my Power Apps and other visualization are also filtered based on that. Also, when you create any new item from the Power Apps, it will be reflected in the Power BI at a moment. So let's say if I'm adding this project with hours, you can see that I added sample 2 projects, and you can see that on the fly it has been added to my Power BI table as well as all the other visualization over here. With this, we can also edit the form on the fly. So let's say for an example, if I'm clicking on any of this uh, project name, and if I'm going to that edit form, we can easily change the hours on the fly, and we would be having that reflection over here. You can see that that reflection has been automatically performed over here. So at the end, we are going to create this type of application. Now let's get started and check which are the things which we are going to cover in this video. First of all, we take an example of SQL Server database and build one simple Power BI report. After that, we will be creating a new application of Power Apps when we are creating 3 different screens, one for grid, one for new form and one for edit form. At last, we will publish the Power Apps to Power BI, and then we will perform the testing, and at last we will check how to share the Power Apps. So now let's get started and see how we can build this application. Let's get started. So first of all, let me show you my data source. So currently I am using SQL Server as a database. I have a database named project estimates, and I have a table like this where I have ID, project name, hours and status column. I am going to build my Power BI report using this particular table, as well as I am going to build my Power Apps form using this table. So let me show you how we can create this type of application. First of all, this is my Power BI report. I have connected my Power BI report to my SQL Server with direct query mode. Make sure one thing, that you do not need to use import mode. You must have to use direct query mode if you want instant result of your Power Apps form to Power BI. Otherwise, what will happen is if you select the import mode, the data would be reflected, refresh data would be reflected only when the schedule refresh is performed. So I recommend, if you need the live data for your Power Apps and Power BI connectivity, use the direct query mode. Also, use the data sources which supports the direct query mode. If you don't know which data sources are supported direct query connection, I provided the link in the description box. Please go through the article to check which data sources are supported for direct query. Now, this is my report, and as I told you, so I built this report, and as you can see that with my SQL Server direct connectivity, I created this report. Now what is the next step? The next step is to publish the report to Power BI service. Now let me publish my report. Go to the publish, select your workspace and click on the select button. My report has been published successfully. Now let me go to the Power BI service. So this is my Power BI service account and this is my workspace. So you can see this is the published report. Now our report has been connected with the direct query mode. So it is recommended to have the gateway connectivity over there. If you don't have a gateway connectivity, when you publish that report, you will be see error in your report. So make sure that gateway has been configured properly. If you don't know how to configure a gateway, I provided the link in the description box. Please go through that article. Now let me just quickly show you the setting after configuring the gateway you need to perform. So let's say for an example, this is your Power BI report and this is your dataset file. So first of all, you need to go to the setting. Now here you can see the gateway connectivity. Now make sure that you have the gateway connectivity on over here, and when you click on this settings, you will be seeing the name of your gateway cluster. Now you need to add a new data source over there. So what you basically need to do is you need to click on this add new data source. Now you need to provide the name of your data source. So let's say I want to create a data source for project estimate. So I am giving a name project estimate. Select the data source type. So here we need to select the SQL Server database. So I am selecting SQL Server database. Here we need to provide the server name and database name. So basically we are finding our server name using this option. So this is my server name. What is the database name? Database name is this one, project estimate. So I just need to copy this one and paste it over there. Authentication mode, I want to use basic authentication, means SQL authentication. So I am using my default password SA, and just click on add. Once you add that, this will be added over here. So you can see that the connection is successful over here. Now once you add this gateway, you need to go again to your setting page and make sure that you selected your gateway properly over here. And so basically this is my gateway dataset parameter, and this is running on this machine successfully, and which maps to this particular data source that we just added. Alright, so just click on apply. From data source credential, make sure that the access has been granted properly. Alright, so these are the configuration after installation of gateway you need to perform, right? So yeah, now let's go to the report. So this is my report. Now we need to add the Power Apps visualization. So for that, just click on edit of the report. We need to build this Power Apps visualization online. So you can see this Power Apps visualization, Power Apps for Power BI. Just click on that, expand that thing. So you can see that it is already showing some basic step what you need to do. So first of all, you need to select your visualization and you need to add the field which you wish to have in the Power Apps. So basically I'm dragging ID field, hours field, project name and status, right? Okay, now from here create a new app. This will be redirecting you to the Power Apps Studio. I know many of you are not aware about how to create the Power Apps, so I am going to show you the step-by-step procedure as well, so you will be getting better idea. So in out of the box manner, it is creating this type of screen for you. So basically first it is a gallery. So basically first of all I need to show here my project name. So here you just need to change here this item dot project name. So basically it's something that you selected from this particular fields. So here I have selected 4 fields. So with this particular gallery items I am getting this data Power BI integration dot data, and if you expand this you can see this type of table structure available over there. Alright, now I want to create a new form. Alright, so for that from inside just add a button first. I'm adding add button. Now on this add I want to create a new form. For that let me just add one screen over there. So I'm adding this form screen over there, right? This created default screen for me. Now we need to establish the connection. So basically go to from view, go to the data sources, and here we need to provide the SQL Server connection. So click on SQL Server, add a connection. Now from authentication select the SQL Server connection. On-premise data gateway, because my SQL Server is on-premise, we need to provide here the server name, database name, username and password. Alright, Now choose a gateway. So this is my gateway which I have configured. Click on connect. This is just a warning for premium. Just click on got it. Select a table. Click on connect. You can see that my data source has been established successfully. Now click on this tree view. Now this is my form. So actually by default it add edit form. So just change its mode as a new and just rename this form as new project estimates. So this is the name of my form. Now from here we need to provide the data source. So I'm providing that table projects estimates. Now here we need to add the fields. Click on add fields. So I want project name, status and hours column. ID is auto incremental field. Alright, so these are the three fields has been added. Now on save we need to submit the form. So on this particular tick we need to write submit form. With that we need to add the refresh function for Power BI. So for that we just need to use the function Power BI integration.refresh. With that we want to navigate to our screen to the home screen. So we need to write navigate to screen 1. Alright, so these are the command we need to use. And on cancel we just need to go back to our screen. So I just need to use back command over here. Right, now let me just remove this unwanted field from here. So my form has been created successfully over here. Right, let me just save these things as Power Apps and Power BI. Now we need to create the edit form as well. So let's say for an example this is my grid and you can see here this is the next arrow. Now once we click on this we should be redirected to the edit form. For that first of all we need to create one screen. So let's just create one screen, insert new screen and form. So third screen has been added, that is the edit form. Right, this is the edit form. By default its mode is edit. Now we need to select the database over here. Now we need to add the fields. So basically which are the editable fields that we need? That is the project name, status and hours. Right, so when user will be redirecting from the grid they should be able to see this pre-populated field, and once they click on that submit form would be triggered. With that we need to call the Power BI integrate.refresh, as well as we need to call navigate screen 1. Right, and on this we need to go back. We need to set one more thing over here. Let's say for an example this is my form, and on item we need to write one line of code over here, that is lookup value. We need to use the lookup function. We need to provide the source, that is project estimate. Then we need to add a condition, id is equal to, which one would be the id that we need to show? That would be this one, gallery1 dot selected item dot id, gallery1 dot selected dot id. Write one line of code. On next arrow we want to navigate to screen 2. We need to first of all initialize the form, edit form. Edit form is a function in which we need to provide the form id, that is edit form 2, and with that we want to navigate to screen 3. I think so, yes, screen 3. Okay, we configured our edit form. Now let me just check out that thing. So let's say for an example currently it is showing me this record, so which is wrong actually. So basically the error is due to this id field. So let's just make it as a don't summarize from here. Let me just close my Power Apps from here. Close this Power Apps. Let's just edit the Power Apps again. Alright, now let's just check the thing. If I am selecting this thing, you can see the updated hours over here. Let's say if I am selecting Rahul, I can see the information about the Rahul over here. So yes, that was due to that ID column. So make sure that you will be having the don't summarize field as a ID, right? Now let me just do some minor correction. So on new form, we just need to, from this home screen, we just need to initialize our form. Let's write a command new form. Inside that we need to find new project estimate. We need to reset the form as well. Before opening that, reset form. With that we want to navigate, so navigate screen 2. Alright, so this is the new line count. Alright, so once we click on this new, we will have this option. On edit as well, we will having this option. Right, now let's save and publish our file and then make a testing. Save, publish. Now let's go to my Power BI report. Now let's open this with the run mode. I'm opening my report. Everything has been done successfully. This is my Power Apps. We can see everything over here. So let's say even if I'm selecting this in progress, my grid data as well filtered over here. Right, now let's see if I want to see the completed projects, I can see like this. So this interaction is really amazing. Right, now let's say for an example I'm adding one more entry from here, that is I'm added one entry and its status is as pending and the project is 612 hours. Now let me just save my form. My form has been saved successfully and you can see that entry is available over here as well as in the table as well. With that my count has also been updated. So this is really amazing. Now let's say for an example if I want to update this data, so let's say if I'm selecting here, so it automatically shown me this record. Now if I'm going over here and if I want to update my hour, that is 965, and just click on save, so my hours has been updated successfully, as well as we can see that 965 is reflection over in the grid as well. Alright, so this is really amazing. Is on the fly. So hope this is clear for you now. Now you understand how to use this Power Apps visualization, how to create the new form using Power Apps, edit form using Power Apps, and integrate that form with our Power BI report for the live reporting purpose. Now one more thing I want to add it over here, that once you develop this Power App, now let's say for an example in your workspace you have shared this report with the 5 people. Now you want to share your Power Apps as well with the 5 people. So for that you just need to click on this share button. This will be redirecting you to this particular page, and from here you need to select the multiple users from here and click on share. Now in my next video I am going to show you how to achieve the same thing with the help of SharePoint Online List. With SharePoint Online List we don't have that on the fly result. The result will be delayed, but I will show you how to create with the SharePoint Online List. Now at last let me explain you few of the limitations over here. The first limitation is that, let's say for an example, we have seen in our example that in edit form I was not able to view the exact data. So at that time I reflected this field with the don't summarize, and then I reopen the app, and while I'm reopening the app at that time as well I'm facing some issue that app is not behaving proper manner. So at that time what you need to do is you need to refresh your Power BI report, as well as you need to close your Power Apps and reopen the app. So this is one limitation. The another limitation is that The Power Apps visual can't trigger a refresh of Power BI reports and Power BI data sources from the Power BI desktop. So basically you need to perform this development with the Power BI service itself. You can't perform this development with the Power BI desktop. In our Power Apps, we have used a function Power BI integration.refresh. So basically this is supported only when you create the new application from this Power Apps visualization. Otherwise this option is not supported. Also, you must use a source that supports the direct query, and data connection must be using the direct query method. So this is one documentation which has the information which data sources are supported for direct query. So check your data source information from this article. I provided the link in the description box over here. So basically I use the SQL Server, so it is supporting that thing, and the SharePoint Online list is not supported the direct query connection at this moment. So basically you create this Power Apps visualization for SharePoint Online, but you won't have the immediate refresh functionality over there. Alright, hope this is clear for you now, and you understand how to utilize the Power Apps functionality in a best manner with integration within the Power BI. If you have any question related to this topic, you can email me at dhruvinsha16@gmail.com, or you can WhatsApp me on +91 9537981467. If you are for the first time to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe and press the bell notification to never miss any updates from my channel. Stay connected with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter and WhatsApp. If you wish to receive the daily notification from my channel, click on this link. It will be redirecting you to this form. Fill the form and you will be receiving the daily notification on your WhatsApp number. Stay connected with me. Have a great day. Goodbye.